I am going to take a step back and look at one of the major applications, not only in speech, it became more important in something called language modeling, and then of course we also apply it to speech nowadays. Okay, so I will come to this, but I will backtrack and see how recurrent neural networks are used to in language modeling. So, RNN and language modeling. Okay, so how are they used? And then we also use it in speech recognition, but I will come to it a little. Okay. So, what is language modeling? Language modeling is what we have dealt with it previously. So, given a set of words, let us say W1, W2, W3 words, can I predict what the fourth word will be? What is the fourth word? W4, right? So, depending on the previous three words, can I predict the next word? So, we have seen many applications of this when you are typing it on a mobile. When you type 3 characters, I am here talking about words. If I type 3 characters, it tries to fill the next 3 characters and forms a word and gives you some hint of what the word could be, right. So, that means it is trying to predict the next 2 characters. That makes sense, right. Or when you are doing Google search, you type something, it tries to autofill, right, and give you some other thing based on previously people have searched, so it knows that these are the probable set of words that can follow, right. So, this we have talked about, which is called the N-gram model, right. So, this we did maybe about 5 or 10 classes back. So, what we are looking for is what is the probability of W4, the fourth word, given that I have observed W1, W2, W3. And the way we did this is we counted, right. So, this is basically nothing but the probability of the sequence of W1, W2, W3, W4 occurring divided by the probability of the word W1, W2, W3 occurring. Basically idea borrowed from Bayes, right. And this is nothing but the count, right, the count of W1, W2, W3. If you use a count method, how many times such such a string of 4 words occurred together divided by number of times the string of 3 words occurred together, we call this as the probability of this, right. And so, this, how do I calculate this probability? I am going to collect or scrape or collect a lot of text, right, from the internet, right. It could be book articles, newspaper articles, blogs, everything, and collect a lot of text and then compute this probability. Of course, there is a domain dependence, right. So, if I collect a lot of only medical websites or something, this probability will be very different. If I do only sports and entertainment or something, this probability will be very different. The kind of words that occur is going to influence the language model. So, obviously, domain becomes very important, but we generally look at all the newspaper articles and all, which covers almost news, politics, science, everything, and we hope that the newspaper article, if we scrape newspapers or whatever we collect from the internet, general articles, they capture general purpose kind of scenarios. Okay. So, this was what we had dealt with before. Okay. But there is an issue here. Even if I want 5 words context, it is very rare such 5 words occur in a sequence. Okay. Although it is not that they do not occur. What happens is, in everyday conversation, right, we use some 2000, 3000 words commonly, okay. But there are words that we use which are very important, but do not use it every day, right. Maybe in a week, if I look at it, these words will start coming. If I look in a month, these words are keywords, they will occur, but they do not occur every day, okay. So, so therefore, such, if depending on the amount of or the kind of material that I use to build this counts, some of these words do not occur very often, okay. So, that's one issue, and therefore, I cannot find long context, okay. But in practice, there is words that occur with a big context. So, for example, I give you the sentence, I am from Assam, where I did my schooling, and therefore, I speak good And if I left a blank here, what will be your guess? Your guess will be Assamese. In this case, we see it's a beautiful language model. Why? Because this word Assamese is going to be predicted with almost 100% guarantee, right? So therefore, we say that, you know, if I had such a big context, so which is the word that is actually influencing this particular word? It is this guy, right? But this guy is occurring some 10, you know, if you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, exactly 11th word before is influencing it. These kind of things are not easily captured in what we call as a n-gram language model. Okay, so we have dealt with n-gram language model. Something like bigram means probability of wi given the previous word. Trigram means probability of wi given the previous word and the word before it, previous two words. Like that, maximum 4 gram, 5 gram itself is very difficult to calculate the probabilities. Okay, but we want to capture something which is very, very far away. Okay, a recurrent neural network is very good at doing this job. Okay, so what does a recurrent neural network do? So remember, in a recurrent neural network, I give inputs. Here I have taken MSCC, but I can as well give words. So what I do in a recurrent neural network for language modeling, what do? I am going to take one word at a time. Okay. So let's first think of, you know, so let's say I take one word W1, this is W2, W3 and so on. This is like our MSCC vectors. So now we are talking about words. What I want to do is that I am going to pass through this hidden node, right? And my thing should be that I should predict the next word correctly, right? So this becomes my U and this is my V, right? Now I want the history, not only W2 in isolation, and then I pass it and I estimate predict W3, W2, W3 predict W4, W4 predict W5. This is not enough for me, right? What I am interested is also the history, right? So given previous word, given W4 predicting W5 is a bigram, given W3 predicting W4 is a bigram, right? But what we want is actually 3 gram, bi is 2, 3 gram, trigram, 4 gram, 5 gram. In fact, I am looking at 10 gram, 11 gram, right? So how do I capture the longer context? I am going to do this cross connection with W, right? So I want this cross connection with W, and of course each one of these are being fed with U, right? So we are feeding this with U, this with U, this with U, and there is a V vector here, V matrix here, V matrix. Those are all given, right? So by putting this cross connection, which is what I showed just now here, right? What am I doing? At every input, I am getting both the history. See, H2 depends on H1, right, and O2, right? But H1 itself depends on what? O1. So this is dependent on O1 and O2 to get H2. Now if I look at H3, what does H3 depend? Here it depends on H2, but H2 itself depends on O2, right? H2 depends on O2 and H2 depends on H1, which itself depends on O1. So every word depends on, every output depends on all the inputs. So therefore if I look at this guy, so W, if I look at this guy, right, if I look at this particular input, so this will be the H1 input, this will be the H2 input, this will be the H3 input, this will be the H4 input. So W5 will depend on V times H4. That is what we are doing, right. So if I am looking at the fifth word, it depends on H4, but through the matrix V. But H4 itself depends on what? It depends on U times W4 plus W times H3. That is what we are getting, right. Right, and H3, sorry, so this is the word, right. So this is the word, fourth word, right, and H3 depends on what? F times U times W3, right, plus W times H2, right. So if you want to put it here, this is actually H4, which depends on F times UW4 plus F times W times F times UW3 plus WH2, right. This portion I am sorry, what did I do, sorry. This portion I am substituting here and writing it here. Okay. So, you can see H4 depends on the word 4 and word 3. Now, I am going to expand H2, right. H2 itself depends on what? H2 itself depends on word 2 plus WH1. So, the pattern that you are seeing is, if you look at H4, it will depend on word 4 and word 3 plus H2, but H2 itself depends on word 2. So, indirectly word 5 depends on H4, H4 depends on word 4 and H3, but H3 depends on word 3 and H2, and word H2 depends on word 2 and H1, H1 depends on word 1. So, indirectly W5 will actually depend, you can see from the path itself, W5 will not only depend on W4, but it will also depend on H3, but H3 itself depends on, through this guy, W3, and this guy W2, and this guy W1. So, W1, W2, W3, W4, all of them will influence W5, okay, and that is the beauty of the recurrent neural network. It can capture long history, and because of the recurrent relationship, you can go for even 10 words, it will keep capturing it, okay, and this is something that it will learn. Whereas in the count, because I have to count, such strings may not occur, okay, but in this kind of things, it is able to, even if it does not see, it will be able to generalize with a longer context and see that there is some pattern. Assam means Assamese, Bengal Kannada means Karnataka means Kannada. Some pattern it will start. Maharashtra means Marathi. You will start seeing some patterns, okay, and then general. So, because of non-linearity, it is able to do that. Okay, this word is very important. That is what it's going to figure out, okay, when you are training the network, okay. And so, therefore, it tries to sort of generalize that the state and the language is what you are trying to do, and so it captures this. But when I am doing the blind statistical kind of count method, I am only looking at probability without actually looking at it as a language, that actually this is a state and this is a language and some kind of relationship is there. That kind of ability to learn is not there in just the count based methods, okay. So, this is called the recurrent neural network based language model. This is a very powerful language model, and this is something that now all of your Google searches, everything, there is some recurrence, some RNN built to it, okay. But there is a small, there are some issues with recurrent neural networks. So, I will just talk about it a little more, right.